Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to see how to create this beautiful illustration of this elevation, and it is going to be to scale, and we are going to draw this from our previous plan that we did in our previous video. So first let's see the size. It's 420 by 297, which is A3, but 297, let's double the height so that it will give us space for our elevation. So it's 594 and say done. So as you can see, there is room for our elevation. So let's move this plan down like this, and we're going to draw the elevation here above. Let's switch on the drawing guide first. Edit drawing guide, grid size centimeters and 1. Done. You can also reduce the opacity accordingly. There you go. And now in a new layer, and make sure to switch on your drawing assist. Take your technical pen and start to extend these lines from your plan, just the built portion. And in a new layer, let's also make the base line. Make sure to have your drawing assist option on. And I had downloaded this PNG image of a scale, and that we are going to scale it according to these checks or grids. So one grid is equal to 1 meter here according to our scale. So let's scale it accordingly, and we are going to place it here. And in a new layer, drawing assist on, I'm going to take this red color, and exactly here I'm going to mark 450 mm, and that's going to be the height of the plinth. And then again from the plinth, we are going to have the building height of about 4000 mm, and then above that we'll have the parapet 500 mm, so altogether it's 4500 mm. And again in a new layer, let's start drawing the structure. So I'm starting with the plinth and drawing it in different colors so that we can differentiate each category. So these are the walls or the main structure of the building right here. And now I'm going to extend these lines from the windows and also the door. And with the help of the scale, I'm going to calculate the height as well, roughly around 2700. And again with a different color, I'm going to mark the height and width of this door, and I'm going to continue the same with the windows as well. The height of the windows shall remain the same. So let's take 1500. Compound wall. And also now we're going to make the cladding for this building. So here we're gonna have like an RCC boxing, so I'm marking that in green color, and the same goes for the windows as well. So everything I'm measuring using this scale. And then there's another parapet here. And now in a new layer, using a black color, I'm drawing the actual outline of this building. So make sure all these components are in the same layer. Now you can see clearly that I've turned off the grids. So make sure to draw each and every element. I'm also giving a little bit of depth, like as if it's in a one-point perspective, so that the elevation looks more interesting. I've again switched on the layer of the scale, and now I'm going to divide the fenestrations. I'm dividing these windows into as well. So make sure to have this scale in a different layer so you can turn on and off the layer whenever you want to. But it's very handy to have this scale into your project. Now I'm just erasing all the extras and making the outline look clean so that it's easy for us to fill in. And here I'm going to add the wooden cladding. In a new layer, make sure all the layers are drawing assisted so that you get clean straight lines. So I'm just dividing this wooden slat cladding in equally using the help of the ruler. I'm slightly reducing the opacity of the cladding. I'm also drawing the compound wall. So right now I'm drawing the north elevation, guys. So if you guys are confused, I'm doing the north elevation. I'm just pinching the layers into one so the elevation remains in one single layer. So now I'm going to resize the canvas back to A3. Go to settings, 420 by 297 and done. So there you go, you just have this elevation right here. Just moving this baseline and pinching together so everything is in one single layer. And now in a new layer, with the rectangular selection, I'm selecting this wooden slat cladding portion and using the flat brush pen, I'm choosing a brown color of a particular tone like this. Make sure your drawing assist option is on for this as well. And start drawing straight lines like this. And you can do it in random lines because it's wooden cladding. We can show various tones of browns. The more tones we show, the more it varies, the more good it will look and the more it will stand out from this elevation. So I'm just fast forwarding this part. And now again using the soft brush pen, I'm going to repeat the same thing. And I'm using a black color for this one. Look at that, it looks so good. And in a new layer, switch on your drawing assist option and using the technical pen and a white color, you can draw these straight vertical lines above the wooden slat. So it looks like very sketchy and very presentable, isn't it? And again in a new layer, Let's give this slight dark and light shades to it. In a new layer again, we are going to select this boxing portion. So make sure each element or material is in different layers so that it's easy to switch on and off, and mainly because in the future if you get changes in your elevation, you will be easily able to change it. And I'm going to color drop this light gray color. Go to the adjustments layer, click on noise and slide your pen slightly towards the right up to 4%. And using this Nicorel brush, you can slightly with very low pressure start to brush upon this gray texture so that it looks like this concrete material. Don't put more pressure. And then with the same brush, using a white color, repeat the same thing. There you go. And now I'm going to select this wall portion. And in a new layer, color drop it with a color of your choice. And go to the adjustments layer and increase the noise. There you go. So we are giving it that rough texture. So we did the same thing even for the concrete texture previously. You can see here. And we are going to do the same thing for the boxing above the wall as well. A slightly darker shade, and in a new layer, color drop it and increase the noise. So in a new canvas, that's a square canvas, just insert a photo that is of this brick cladding. Duplicate this layer 4 times. Make sure your snapping tool is on so that you can feel that intersection in the middle, and you can place all 4 layers in all 4 corners like this. And then go to the settings tool and copy canvas. Go to any brush column, grain, textured, edit, import and paste. Scale according to how much you want. Reduce the opacity completely, and you can minimize or maximize the brush dimensions, and you can name the brush type as well, and also adjust the spacing. And in shape, edit, import, go to the soft brush tool so that you'll be able to blend the brush like that of a soft brush. Go back to your canvas, use this brown color and the brush that you just created, but just reduce the scale a little bit, and there you go. So I had explained in my last second video about how to create these textured brushes. So if you haven't watched it yet, please make sure to go ahead and watch it. And again, I'm going to do the same with another texture as well, which is the outline of this brick. I'm going to duplicate it 4 times, and each layer I'm going to place it in 4 different corners. By doing this, we're going to create a seamless textured brush. Grain, textured, edit, import and paste. Double tap and done. So reduce the scale, reduce the opacity, and there you go. You can maximize or minimize the brush thickness, and done. Again, go back to your elevational drawing, and I'm going to select this compound portion, and in a new layer I'm going to use this brush. So there you go, very clean finish. And here I'm going to color drop it with a different gray color. In a new layer, I'm going to select this internal face of the compound. And then brush it with this light brown color and reduce the opacity because it's the internal face of the compound. So I'm just trying to indicate it with the opacity of these colors. I'm using this monoline brush. In a new layer, I'm creating this frame for the fenestrations. So make sure you have your drawing assist option on for this as well. And the same goes for this huge door right here. I'm going to select the glass portion. There you go. And in a new layer, I'm going to color drop a light gray texture color, and I'm going to reduce the opacity. Just create a new layer, drawing assist, and draw these vertical lines like this to make it seem like glass. Exit the drawing assist and draw these diagonal lines using the same flat brush pen. And using the technical pen in a new layer or in the same layer, just make sure to on your drawing assist option again and draw these vertical straight lines as well as diagonal lines. So I think our elevation is getting its shape slowly. And now I'm going to create clouds with this brush. So just to indicate the reflection on the glass, very subtly brush with this blue color. There you go. And I had downloaded this tree background image from Pinterest. I'm just going to move this layer beneath all the other layers so that it's moved to the background. Reduce the opacity, and then I'm going to select this whole built portion while you are in the tree layer. And after you're selected, just erase the portion of the trees within the selected area. And now I had downloaded this image as well of different trees. I liked this coniferous tree, so I'm just going to select it using the freehand selection tool. I'm going to copy it. Switch off the original picture and convert this to this multiply effect, and you can reduce the opacity as well if you want. And I'm just going to duplicate the layer multiple times and use it behind the compound like this. The same thing on the other side. I'm going to pinch all the layers together, all layers of the tree, and select the portion that is intersecting and erasing it, and also reducing the opacity of the layer. And again importing another new image that I had downloaded from Pinterest, and I'm going to select the shrub that I like using this freehand selection tool. Copy it and place it wherever you want. Duplicate the layer and use it multiple times, and pinch all the shrub layer into one and reduce the opacity. I'm going to use this other shrub, copy it and paste it here outside the compound wall. Duplicate it another time, pinch it together and reduce the opacity slightly, and just erase the portion that you do want. I had also downloaded this image of cars from Pinterest. Again select this one and copy it, increase the size a little bit, and using a technical pen you can just outline the important parts of the car. And the same thing goes with this human figure as well. I'm just selecting one figure using the freehand selection and erasing the rest, and I'm placing it like that, and I'm outlining it with the technical pen. And now I'm creating the shadows. So using the freehand selection tool, I'm just selecting every selection in a very geometrical pattern. Because of all this boxing, when there is shadow from one side, then if there is a lighting from one side, then the shadow falls like this in a very geometric pattern. And I'm color dropping it with this black color, and I'm reducing the opacity. There you go. And again in the same layer, using a flat brush pen, I'm also giving some depth underneath this parapet, underneath the fenestration. So logically it's underneath, it all comes under the boxing. So thicker shadows here and above as well. I duplicated this human figure, slightly distorting it, and using a Gaussian blur I just created this shadow. Using this organic cotton brush and a blue color, I'm creating the clouds. And using this Nicorel brush and a brown color in a new layer, I'm creating this ground texture. I had downloaded this textured image from Pinterest. And I'm going to move it down below every layer like that. So there you go. And I'm going to select this build portion while in the same layer, and I'm going to erase the selected area. I'm going to select this circular selection, color drop it with white color, and using the freehand selection tool, I'm going to color drop a black color like this. So I'm creating these level symbols and I'm placing it like this, and I'm also going to add the text for each levels. And the heading as well, which says north elevation. I'm going to switch on the drawing guide option for a while, and I'm going to color drop, duplicate, place it, stretch, again duplicate it, and freeform stretch. There you go, our scale bar is also ready, and we can also mention it, scale at 1:200 in a A3 sheet. So while this is all ready, we are going to export it in a JPEG, and if I have to tell you, I created the elevation looking from the north side like this, and this is the north. So technically the whatever elevation we have drawn, we have to flip it. There you go. And then I just copy pasted just the text or the levels from the original file. Just extending these lines. So there you go. You can also import the plan into the canvas like this, and I'm going to convert it to this luminosity effect and reduce the opacity, and again with the circular selection, color drop with a white color, and I'm basically making this elevation icon, and I'm going to add text for this as well, which says key plan north elevation. I'm going to place it right here. So there you go, you guys, it's all ready. So what do you think about this video? I hope it was helpful to you, and it can be mainly used for architectural students or even for interiors. If you have to show an elevation of a certain side of the wall, then you can use this method very easily. So I hope you learned a lot of tips from this video. I have made sure to cover almost all type of methods that I have used, and it's more than 1 or 2 tips that I usually show in my video. So I hope it was useful to you. I hope you learned something new today, and if you did, then please make sure to comment down below what you liked about this video and what you would want me to come up in my next tutorial as well. And people who haven't subscribed to my channel but are still watching the video, please make sure to subscribe, you guys. Only your support is the motivation for me to do and give the best for you. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I will see you in my next one. Until then, always keep smiling because it reduces a lot of stress. Bye.